Hello, happy Tuesday. Today I have a project that is a lot of fun and it leaves you with some results that I think we're all going to be happy with. Today we're going to make no knead bread. What that means is we're not going to have to spend 10 minutes working the bread or putting it in the stand mixer. We're just going to kind of mix it together and let the yeast do its thing and rise, and then the bread's going to turn out. So I'm going to show you a list of ingredients that you will need for the bread. I'm going to show you the list. Go ahead and hit pause. Take a minute to gather your ingredients and meet me back here. Okay, so we've got our ingredients all mixed together. Everything, all your dry ingredients in one bowl. I've got a 1¼ cup of warm water, not hot. We don't want it hot. It'll kill your yeast. You just want it to be warm. So I'm going to start off by mixing this into here. And then we're just going to use our hands. We're going to get dirty with this one. Okay, you're just going to kind of flop it around a bit here. And then comes the fun part. We're just going to flop it out onto our table. And then we're just going to work it around.
Daddy, where's your phone?
And don't worry about, we're not going to spend a lot of time kneading on this and working it. We're just going to get some of this flour picked up here, worked into our bread. Okay, so what I'm doing is just kind of taking my hand flat and pushing it through just to help get this to be able to form. Can I see something like that? Into a bowl. So now we have a little ball of dough. All our flour is wet. If you can work all this, you're not always going to be able to get all the flour in. Just put in as much as your ball of dough will take. Now I'm going to grease my bowl, put the dough in there. I'm going to let this sit for about an hour, depending on how hot it is where you're at. We're going to want this to proof up to almost double, so I'll be back in about an hour. Okay, so let's take a second to talk about bread. Most of us associate making bread as a hard process, a lot of physical stuff, a lot of kneading and pushing the bread around or using our mixer. And that develops the gluten in the bread and gives us a stringy, chewy, awesome bread that we're used to. This no-knead bread is a way that we're just throwing everything together and kind of just, it's going to just rise on its own and do its own thing and come out an awesome bread. I'm excited to see people do this recipe, and I'm going to want to see pictures down below. So, yeah, we're going to continue hanging out and waiting for that hour to pass for our bread to do its thing. Oh, just passing that time until the bread is ready.